Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. This is my second and last speech today, so I think I must cut some part of my presentation because it could be very difficult for you to hear me a lot of time today. The presentation, the subject of my presentation is very important and very actual, because I would like to present you some things from 4 days ago in the Polish Parliament decision about the relation between parents and school, the influence of parents for the situation of child in school. So it's not only theoretical, but a lot of practical things I hope to present to you. The first point of my presentation, is introduction. The introduction is quite the same that Professor Andrzejewski presented you. It was the Article 48, Section 2. I would like to present you Article 48, Section 1 of Polish Constitution. The guarantee regarding the title, the influence of parents on sexual education in public schools in Poland, have not been explicitly formulated in the current Constitution of Republic of Poland of April 2nd, 1997. They should be decoded from the several constitutional provisions devoted to the guarantees of the parents' right to raise children in accordance with their own belief and the broadly understood protection and care of public authorities over the family and parenthood. Among the constitutionally confirmed freedoms and rights of the individual, from the points of view of this consideration, Article 48 of the Polish Constitution, which says parents shall have the right to rear their children in accordance with their own conviction, is the most important for my presentation. But not only. In our Constitution, we have Article 70, from the perspective of parents' influence on education in public schools in Poland. This article of Polish Constitution regarding the rights to education, especially its paragraph 3. Parents shall have the right to choose schools other than public for their children. And the last article that I want to present you, obligation of the state to help in bringing up children are also stipulated in Article 71 of the Polish Constitution, in which paragraph 1 it was confirmed that the state in its social and economic policy shall take into account the good of the family. Families finding themselves in difficult materials and social circumstances, particularly those with many children or a single parent, shall have the right to special assistance from public authorities. And now, 2 more important questions. First, how are constitutional guarantees implemented in the lower level legislation and practice? And the second question, do parents have a real impact on children's education, especially in such a sensitive area as sexual education? In line with the hierarchical structure of the legal system, the general constitutional and international legal obligation of the Republic of Poland, such as Article 18 of the European Convention of Human Rights, the Republic of Poland in this respect are implemented of the level of acts and implementing acts treaty such this regulation. In my speech, I would like to present 3 different ways in which parents influence education in public schools. The first one is parents' councils. The second, parents' cooperation with the school, but understructured. And the third, I think most actually, is parent influence on the classes conducted by an association or other organization, is named Poland Lex Czarnek. And last point, it will be conclusions, of course. So the first way in which parents influence education in public schools in Poland. It's parents' councils. In Polish language is Rada Rodziców. Among the legal acts of statutory rank, the Act of 14 December 2016, Educational Law, is of fundamental importance in this respect, which specified, inter alia, legal basis of activities and complements of parents' councils, which represent all parents of pupils. Under the current legal status, parents' councils are obligatory bodies. And due to the fact of they represented all parents, they have the attribute of a real social body. But, and this is the problem, the Polish educational system is so centralized and considered by standards, the implementation of which is supervised by a special state administration apparatus, educational boards, and local government managing bodies, that realistically speaking, there is not much space for the supervisory ownership of role of parents. Due to the change of the status of parents' council a few years ago from optional to obligatory has changed little in this respect, and the current educational system still suffers from a deficit of activities citizenship. This is the problem, that not all the parents want to do something in educational system. But I think it's not only a problem in Poland, it's the specific things for our countries. The parent councils, which represent all the parents of pupils, may apply to the headmaster of other bodies of the school or facility, the body running the school or facility, and the body exercising pedagogical supervision, with motion and opinion on matters related to the school or facility. In this way, the legislator defined the feeling and opinion-making powers of Power Council, the first. But the second group consists the constitutivity and opinion-making task. The research carried inter alia by Barbara Lulek shows that the framework for the activities of Parents' Council in Poland outlined by the legislator allows for undertaking a wide range of activity based on cooperation with environmental entities, which will be conducive to combining school and out-of-school experience of students' pupils. The second way to influence public school in Poland is parents' cooperation with the schools, but under structured, as I said. Apart from the parents' influence of the upbringing and educational process of child and adolescent in the form of parents' council, the regulation in force in Poland indicates specific rights of parents, which are the extension and specification of constitutional guarantee in this respect. Among the executive act to the Act Educational Law, mention should be of the regulation of the Minister of National Education of February 14, 2017. According to the regulation, the task of the kindergarten is, inter alia, collaboration with parents, various environment, organizations, and institutions recognized by parents at the source of essential values to create conditions enabling the development of the child identity. The special role of parents in the process of upbringing and education was emphasized by the Minister in relation to the subject of education, which is upbringing for the family life. This is the most important, I think. It was indicated that by carrying of classes in this subject, teachers support parents' responsibility. At the same time, the task of the school in the field of education for family life include in particular inter alia cooperation with parents in the field of proper relation between them and the child. And the third, Lex Czarnek, what is this? In Poland we know, I think, but in your countries is something new. In the last few years, legislative attempts have been made to strengthen the influence of parents on school activities. This was the direction of, among others, government bill amending the Act, Educational Law, and certain other acts. In general, the project concerned the strengthening of the role of the pedagogical supervision authority, in particular the superintendent of education. In the political and social debate of this subject, the project was called Lex Czarnek, after the name of the Minister of Education and Science, Professor Przemysław Czarnek. In the opinion of the projector promoter, the parent should have the right to decide on the child participation in the classes, as well as to obtain information, for example, on the professional experience, competence, and skills of the teachers in the scope covered by the classes. The first version of the Act did not enter into the force because, according to Article 122, Section 5 of the Constitution of the Republic of Poland, President of the Republic of Poland forwarded the bill to the Sejm with a motivation request for reconsideration. After several months of work in Parliament on a new version of the project, December 1st, 2022, the Sejm adopted amendment to Act, which show inter alia that the issuance of an opinion of classes conducted by an association or other organization by the school institution council or the parents' council must be presented by constitution conducted among parents, after informing them about the activities of the organization, the objective and the content of the planned project, as well as familiarizing them with the scenarios of classes the organization wants to conduct, and the materials he wished to use provided by the organization to the school head. The manner of the conducting consultation is to be specified by the Parents' Council in the rules of its activities. Only after the consultation will the Parents' Council be able to issue the opinion. The competence of the Council will be additionally expanded to monitor the activities of the association or organizational school and inform parents about it. So, regardless of this, no later than 2 months before the start of classes by the organization, the director is to provide the superintendent of education which the materials used by the association or organization to implement the program of classes, the scenario of these classes, and the positive opinion of the council. Superintendent of education will have 30 days to issue an opinion. Failure to issue an opinion within this period shall be demanded by the 10th month to a favorable opinion. The opinion of this superintendent will be decisive whether a given organization or association will be able to conduct classes at school or in kindergarten. The opinion of the superintendent of education will not be required only in the case of classes organized and conducted as part of tasks commissioned in the field of governmental administration carried out by National Center for Addiction Prevention, but by the Scout organization under the honorary protectorate of the President of the Republic of Poland or by the Polish Red Cross. In accordance with Article 122 of the Constitution, the Act is waiting for the President's signature 21 days. And now, conclusions. You see Article 1st of the Law of the School Education of 14 December 2016 that it states the school education system shall ensure in particular supporting the educational role of the family by the schools. The aim of the educational system in Poland is subsidiarity. This is the support the educational role of the family. In other words, parents first, school second. The general norms of the Constitution and laws give rise to a number of specific rights that parents can use in the process of education of the children. These are both individual rights, that is limited by the nature to a particular child, and rights to concern the entire school community and can be implemented by the Parents' Council. In my presentation, due to the time limits, I presented selected aspects of this issue. Thank you very much for your attention.